Hi, welcome back again. And in this video, you will get to know Rick, one of my students who got band 7 in his IELTS test. We'll discover how he got started and how he went through the entire journey. And I know I haven't posted for a while and I'm kind of inactive these days. It's just because of my work and studies. And I'll be back really soon. So let's go to the video.
Hello, Rick.
Yeah, hello.
Okay, so no one really knows you, so why don't you just introduce yourself properly?
Yeah, myself Rhick and I am from West Bengal, India. Recently, I appeared for IELTS. That was on 27th of March, and today I got my result, and I surprisingly got scored band 7, and that's most of the credit goes to Celestial IELTS due to their effort to and pressurizing me in doing my homeworks and guiding me properly. I was successful in doing getting the band score that I thought of.
Mhm.
I am really
Okay.
happy for it.
So when did you join the classes? Maybe you won't remember the date.
Yeah, I remembered it.
Oh,
It was
that's
on
surprising.
16th of
Mm-hmm.
February. It was supposed to be on 13th of February, but due
Mm.
to some reason it was
Extended.
delayed to 16th of February.
Postponed it. Okay, so it was just 1 month, and in 1 month you got band 7, right? That's actually amazing. So, can you tell me your individual scores?
Yeah, actually in reading and listening I got 7.5.
That's
In
amazing.
writing 6.5, and in speaking it go reduced to 6.
Okay, that's good. Anyhow, you got more than what you require, right? So, what was
Yeah,
your
yeah.
required
Actually,
score?
I was just thinking for UK visa
Hmm.
that required score of B1, I think that is 4 to 5.
Hmm. Just
Band
4 to
overall
5.
band score 4 to 5. It's
Mm-hmm.
B1, I think, in that.
Mm-hmm.
So I required that part that much only, but I was aiming for more because I have a future aspiration of gaining much more degrees. For that, if I try for some universities, they will require I think minimum 7 band score. So I was aiming for that, and I got that.
So, you're literally really happy, right?
Yeah. The
Okay.
path is more clear now. Actually,
Mhm.
if I would get less marks, then maybe I have to sit again or I have to do some alternative way. But now I can just think of the path straight.
Okay. So, can you tell us like how the classes were, and before even that, you have talked about it a lot, I think, like how you found the Celestial IELTS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About finding about this class, I would say I have already been in this conversation before. I had gone through many of the classes, some online, some offline. But first of all, so the class timing was perfect for me. I could have returned from my duty and I can join the class. Although most of the days I was late, I joined in the mid of the class, but still it was comfortable for me. And after that, the fees matters for most of us. Matters for me also. So I got this class in a cheaper rate than many of the institutions. So I joined this class initially. Then while the class went through, it was mostly interactive classes. It was not more of a class, but a friendly conversation where someone is there to correct if even a small grammatical mistake is there in your conversation. So that helps you. It was really fun because it's a small group of class. We have enjoyed the class. We have gained a lot of knowledge, especially the guidance from Harshit and Kuldeep. They had worked hard on us to gain the marks. So I am really happy for the class, being present in the class, and lucky to get the information that this class is going on. Because the day I contacted you was I think 10th of 10th, and the class was supposed to be starting at 13th,
Yeah.
just 2 days before.
So, like, what would have happened if you didn't find us?
I think if it won't be a problem to pass, the request score that I required was 4. That I can get it. I was sure.
Hmm.
But this band score that I got scored now, this was not possible because that guidance is required.
Hmm.
For cracking any exam, you need the someone who can guide you through the process.
Hmm.
We are aware of the process, but we don't know the way and the method by which we can reach our goals. So that is the part where Celestial IELTS guided us.
Hmm. Okay, so actually you texted me about your speaking test, like it was rapid and exam about the examiner. So can you just
Yeah, yeah.
give me more information about that?
Yeah,
Like
actually,
how?
it
Mm-hmm.
entire process was really hectic because on the same day, my reading, writing, and listening was from 9.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so we have to reach at 8. They have given 8:45. They will close the gates. Something like that. The instruction was given. I reached there beforehand because I had to travel more than 250 kilometers one way to reach the center. So I have reached the night before. I stayed in a hotel. Then I reached at the center by 8
Mm-hmm.
because I think when you are going to give some exam, if you just reach on the much verge of time where the gate will be closed, it will be a really hectic day. There's a long process, so I think everyone should try to reach earlier so that we will get time to relax and give our examination because the instructor that those who were present there, they had really guided us. They had given most of the instruction. I will go in detail what is the processes for this IELTS. So I went there. After entering, there was a guard who will check all your passport and ask about your uh, the date on the date will be confirmed, your detail will be
Like the
confirmed,
passport and everything.
everything will be there. Then they will scan two QR
Yeah,
codes.
QR codes.
One was that you have attended the day, and second, I think something.
Maybe
There was two things. I
yeah, two
don't
QRs
remember.
will be there. One is for
Two QR
attendance
is there.
and
So
second, I guess, for
uh,
COVID.
yeah.
Hmm.
For COVID, yes, right. One
So
is for
you will
COVID, one's for
check your mail and you will need to get the candidate ID as well as the passport.
yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And if you
So it is essential
hmm,
because in the copy that come out after you register, it is written that you shouldn't carry any electronic items.
hmm, hmm,
But you should carry your mobile phone because that is required. You
hmm,
can't do it without that.
hmm,
So you should carry. There is a locker for everyone. So it is. I had carried my whole luggage. My everything was there for a one day because I have to travel. So I kept it there. They were really friendly because I have a mistake that was there. I by mistake I put the passport validity date was wrong in my registration while registering. It was supposed to be 22nd November, and I by mistake I put it 23rd November. So I was not sure whether there will be a complication because while they were matching the details, they told that this is wrong. But I have mailed them earlier. They have also mailed me back that yeah, we will try to recheck it and upload the correct one. So they had their own ways. I have informed them. I have showed them the mail that they have already mailed me back. Then they told okay, we will check it and we will try to correct it. And they are very helpful. There's nothing to get nervous in that scenario. After that, they will check you through the metal detector if you are carrying anything or not. They advise you that to put all the stuff other than your handkerchief. That should be clear. You shouldn't carry anything under your handkerchief. Nothing electronic. Even your watch is not allowed. Uh, you may carry a normal pen, but they will supply it.
yeah,
You
exactly.
don't need to carry that also. Just your passport is enough to enter the IDP test
And
center.
you took
After
CBT, like
entering,
computer-based test.
uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
So I think in the pencil paper base, I don't know. Maybe they will supply that.
Slightly
In that
different.
case, they will supply.
They
Uh-huh.
will supply everything, but the process is slightly different. Otherwise, it's just the same. Okay, so how did
Same.
your
Yeah.
speaking one go on?
Speaking.
Hmm.
So after this process, there is a registration in the first part.
Hmm.
So for me, since my first part was reading, writing, and listening. So registration was done in that only. While speaking, I have reached the center after having my lunch because there was a gap of 1.5 hours. After entering, they just gave me a card type to hang it on your neck, and they took me inside. They click a photo. They've given a seat in which all my data were there. I have to sign it, and there's a box where I have to tick it. Then they click a photo. They match the details with my passport. Then they told that just go in. Your examiner is waiting for you. Before that, since I was a bit, my timing was 2:20. It was a bit late, but since the candidates who were before me, they were not present, so they took me in. So I was the first one to attend the speaking that day. So before entering, the uh, person who will guide you to the examiner, while entering, they will take the seat. They will read out everything, your name, your candidate number, your passport number, everything will be read out. That will be recorded. Because from the time the recording start, it is your examination.
So the
after that,
examiner will be reading out your details, right?
No. For me, the person who guided me, she first read. Then after I went, the examiner told me to sit. After she again read all the details, her name and everything.
So the
That was
recording
also
started
recorded.
even before you entered the room, right?
Yeah. Before entering, when the person who guided me, she entered first. They took the seat and read all the details regarding me.
Okay, so
That
you
was
were
recorded.
inside the room, then they read it aloud, right?
Yeah. That was all the details of me. That was not about the examiner. Then after she went out, examiner let me asked me to sit. Then she read out all her details along with that my details. That was also recorded.
Okay. So
Then
there
the
wasn't any
speaking
casual
part.
convo, like even before from the moment you started, when you entered the room, they started recording everything, right?
Yeah, everything was recorded. So, when I was about to sit, she told that I will start recording. She warned me that I will start recording. Now, she just indirectly told me everything you are saying will be reported in your examination. So that was good. She was actually good. Not that anything this examination was bad. She was very friendly. She hadn't shown anything that will put me under pressure. But she was really too fast, and it was a rapid fire types of questions. So first, initially in the part one, she started with my name and went to my hometown. So part one was completely on my hometown. How is the place? There was a common question that we have discussed about the pollution regarding hometown. That was a good
Yeah, I actually have practiced that
for me, from
thing.
my side, I think. You have told that this is the best one that you have told. So that came in the first one. So that was good. I have explained everything. Then came the cue card. In the cue card, there was just about a stadium that you recently visited. Cue card, and in between, she was going through the instruction and told me to just listen to it. So I listened it. After that, she gave me the question paper and a paper and a pencil to write the prepare for the cue card. I have prepared it in the process that you guided. So I just wrote the gist. And after 2 minutes, she only told that now your 1 minute is completed. 1 minute or 2 minutes, I think 2 minutes is completed. 2 minutes is completed. Now you can speak. So I started speaking. I haven't seen anything. I just went on and on.
Good.
After some time, in between, there was few times when I was missing the words. I think two time I put a complete pause. Maybe that has affected me. My band score really bad.
Otherwise, you can get a 6.5.
Then two times I have remembered properly. Two times I have completely stopped. So I was just couldn't find the word what I will place. So these then I just went on and on. After 2 minutes, she only told that's all. Now I will go to the part three. In the part 3, she started asking all the complex questions. First, what is your favorite sportsman? I went with Saurav Ganguly. As I have told about the Eden Garden, that is the stadium that I visited recently. Then she went with what do you think about the effect of a sport person on the society? Then after that, the question was how the person life and the life of a sportsman differ. The life, the face that show outside and the their
Yeah, real
personal,
face and the public face.
public, that how that impacts their life or how they impact your society. No, there was that was complex one. I have to think about it. Now, how will I answer those things? No, part 3 was really a thing that really sicked me a bit.
Happens. Part 3 is
Uh-huh.
supposed to test your limit, let's say, fluency, especially fluency and your limit. Like if you freak out, boom, gone. That's the thing.
Then after part, there was 4 to 5 questions in part 3. Then she told her that's that your speaking test. Now it's over. You can do it.
So overall, it was a good experience, right?
Yeah, it was a good experience actually.
So IDP, you did it really well, right? The exam center was perfect.
Yeah,
Everyone
yeah.
guided you properly, polite behavior.
Yeah, they were really helpful. So I have no one have to think about it. They have proper instruction. Like after since I was not clear about the process of the computer delivery. Pen and paper is okay. Most of them knew about it. But in computer delivered, first is listening. They will give you time to check your headset, their volume, everything. They will you try to check. After checking, when you start, there won't be any time for you to pause because you have to complete the entire test. Before starting, they will read out the instruction that you have to hear, and you will start the examination. There's few pauses, just a few seconds while suppose you are in 30, question number 30 is completed. When you are starting with 31, there is a pause of 2 to 3 seconds. That's all you will get within the entire listening test. Nothing more. And there is no time. There's a few time is there when they will say that you can check your answer.
Just like when we practice, right?
Just as we practice. There's time to when you can check your answer. And while that time, I had switched to the next question to check the question rather than checking the answer,
That's
because
the
that is
best way.
because I can't remember the audio that was there, so I can't check it or correct it. So I thought just go on the next part. And when there is instruction about all these things, what is there, what you have to do, that is the time when you have also told me that we should go throughout all the question, what type of question is there, so that you have an idea that what will come next. That I have went through that process also. That helped me. So I knew that question number 1 to 5 is this question, 6 to 10 is this question. So I am mentally prepared that this will come, and whenever the thing, when the audio is going on, when you are prepared that this type of question may come, then you can like MCQ, you have to focus more, because you have to switch, see the options, and you have to click it out. There was 2 MCQ also. You have to click the questions. So during that you have to be more focused in eliminating the other things. So that was good. And after that, one issue is there. You can't just move out of the room. You have to move. You can move out only during writing or reading after the exam starts, not in between. Because I think they have thought of it. If they went out, that will miss their time. So that will be lost for us. So whatever you have to do it before the exam starts.
Yeah, I think
you
you
won't get
complained
time in
about
between.
that, right? You were actually
Yeah. But I faced this problem while writing, because listening was good, reading was good. It had covered almost 20 minutes and 1 hour. 1 hour 20 minutes was covered. In between there was a 15 minutes you can calculate. It was 1 hour 45 minutes. After that, I one of the student was one of the test taker was there. He was asking about going to the washroom, and they strictly told not now. After you start enter and start the writing session, then you will go. Because that will
Like
kill
actually, it's
your.
a security measure also, right?
I don't know what is the
Kind
security reason,
of,
but
but
it is really
it is a,
time taking and
yeah, it
it
is.
kills
But
time a
anyhow,
lot.
you are supposed to use the washroom or whatever you wanna use or do before the exam starts. You will be trapped in there for 2.5 hours or 3 hours. Let's say.
2.5 hours.
With your
They have warned us about that also, that
Hmm.
during the examination you won't be able to leave the examination room.
Hmm.
So if you have to go to washroom, go and go there.
Mhm.
So most of them have went. Maybe someone had a problem. There are problems. Maybe diabetic patient have a lot of.
Yeah. Then, yeah, you already know.
So
You are in that department.
yeah.
Okay. So what about the rest? Like you talked about listening. What about reading and
Then
writing?
reading, there was 3 passages. Luckily, I had no problem in doing the passages because it was really, I think, moderate session. I won't say it is easy, but moderate. The passage 1 was easy. Passage 2 was moderate to hard, and passage 3 was moderate. For me, I don't know about others. It went very smooth. In the writing, it killed my time because I started with type 1 and I took more than about 30 minutes in type 1. Because after completing, I went for proofreading, and that was the mistake I did. Because it was a short one, but there was few mistakes. I have corrected it, and when I switched to the type 2, I had only 25 minutes, I think. So somehow I just completed it. I didn't get time to read it and correct. So maybe that's why I got 6.5. There may be a few major mistakes,
I
maybe
got
silly
a
one.
7 because that time when I checked, you had the potential actually. So, like the future test takers should really think about the time. So, what do you think? Should we start with task 2 first or task 1?
Yeah, I think it should be better if you go with start 2 because in task 2 you have to think and write.
Exactly.
In task 1, every data is given. You have to just go through,
And
prepare in
listen
your
to
mind, and you have to
the
write. You don't need time to think. So I think we should start with task 2 and then go to task 1. That will be better for anyone.
So, some students will be
And
having
moreover,
one.
task 2 there is more marks.
Okay, so some students will be having one doubt, right? Especially in reading. Like, will we be able to highlight? Will we be able to change the color or copy and
Yeah.
paste? So,
Everything is there. What is there? I have used this feature. Whenever you are, when suppose I was getting heading or match the following. Suppose to match the following, and I was there was a about some invention or something. The scientist name is there and the type of invention. We have to match the following. So I was previously during practicing also we have practiced in that fashion only. I will just drag, select that part and click the right button. There is option where you can add note or highlight. So just highlight it. When you highlight, it becomes much more prominent to you. You can find it easily. You don't have to spend time in finding it again. So it was helpful, really. I was thinking of computer delivered IELTS. There's no such practice test, anything like that. But I have used the same feature in the PDF that we got about the Cambridge and the Candid Fever.
Same, right?
Candid Fever helped me a lot. While practicing, we all got so much of wrong answers in Candid Fever. But to be very frank, I haven't completed Cambridge IELTS all. I have just completed up to 15, 16, 17. I wasn't able to go down. But Candid Fever, we have practiced and the level was too hard. Compared to that, the exam is nothing. You can easily do the answers.
So actually, we prepared you with the most difficult thing so that the real thing will
Yeah. Actually, this happens. Because if I give example from my life also, when I was in the lower class up to 10 or 12, While doing any exercise in maths, I always aim for the last one because that was the toughest one. If and then I switch upward. Then when I was there in the number one, that was simply a lollipop for me. But that is should be the process. Just go for the harder one. Easier one is always easier.
That's
So
good.
that was good.
Okay. So in writing, can we actually check the word count, and can we copy and paste? Can we actually
Yeah,
copy
yeah.
and paste from the
That is
question
there.
also?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is there. I have copied actually.
Mm-hmm.
Just use the simple shortcut in the keyboard. That is there. Control C, Control V, Control X. That is there. Just when I was doing task one, few lines are same. Such as what is the overall percentage, what is the individual in this year, what was there. There's few things which you don't have to change. Just we have to change one or two words. I had copied it and I have pasted it again. I have changed the things in between. That was easier for me.
Okay, got it.
So that is there in the option. And the word count. After you complete it, the word count is there below the box in which you are writing. It
So
will
while
come up
typing, will
automatically.
it be there? While you are typing, will it be there?
There is. Yeah, there is. Actually, while typing, you won't have time to check every second. But after completing, I have in type 1, I have done, I think, 180 words. And in type 2, I got 315 words.
That's good.
Yes, it was appropriate.
Yes.
We don't have to think about the word count.
Yeah, right now they have even changed the rules. Like, it doesn't matter, but it kind of matters because in the band descriptors, if you check, the idea should be well developed. For that, you should write this much, right? So simply put, you should write more than 150 for task 1 and more than 250 for task 2, right?
And one more thing that I will say that as Kuldeep has always told us during the class, try to write the opinion, because maybe there is a thing when you will not be able to write the conclusion, but in agree disagree this type of cases, if you are able to write your opinion at first, they are clear that that will clear the examiner that what he is trying to write.
Yeah.
And if
more
by mistake or due to time you are not able to write the conclusion, somehow the thing is there, but they are requiring. Maybe you will get a little less marks, but it won't be a complete wrong the pattern of the essay.
So you are saying that in the intro, especially intro, we are supposed to state our opinion, right?
Not in the introduction.
Body.
After introduction, there should be a line where you should clearly quote the opinion.
But it should be in the introduction paragraph, right?
Introduction, it's a separate line. There should be. It's not that within the introduction you are just somehow rounding the words. It should be clearly written in the introduction. So this is my view, and I will in the issue I will discuss about it.
So it was really informative, and you actually gave us all the details. I think this video alone is enough for anyone who is preparing for CBT or got the CBT exam tomorrow, right? I think.
Yeah. It will be really helpful. Especially pen and paper is well known to everyone. Computer delivered is still a question for most of them.
Okay, I think that's all. We discussed literally everything about the exam, about you, about the classes at Celestial IELTS, right?
Yeah.
So, one last question that I asked everyone. Would you recommend Celestial IELTS to anyone? If yes, why?
I've started recommending everyone.
I
have already started recommending
actually,
others.
I got
There are
calls
few
today
of
because of that.
Yeah. Because I had got help, I have been guided so well. I will tell anyone who is preparing for a short time or for a long time to be properly guided, join Celestial IELTS. It will help you a lot in a correct pattern.
Okay, I forgot to ask you one question regarding reading. So, like, can we copy and paste reading questions, or like when answering, can we copy that word and do that?
No. Actually, in few questions, there are options where you have to drag and drop. That is possible, but copying from the question is not possible. You have to write in the fill in the blanks, especially you have to write it. There's no option of copy paste in that.
Okay, got it. Okay, thank you so much, Rick, for joining us today itself after getting your result. And those who
Thank
are
you
watching
much
today's
for
30th month. Yeah, you were saying something.
the thank to all of you for guiding me so much. I am really after getting the result, the first thing that popped in my mind is I have to call him. He's the guy that really guided me through the process. And I really, to be very true, I won't be able to code this band score without your and Kuldev's guidance. And of course, there the batchmate really also was very helpful. They had
It
also
was
guided
fun
me.
actually.
Yeah, it was really a fun learning
And
together.
yeah, I miss all the fun. And for us as trainers, it's not like you are students and all. Okay, it's so much fun for us. I enjoy the entire thing. It's not like I'm having fun, just exchanging info. That's all. And sometimes I get to scold you, especially the older one.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
the younger dude, right? So it's
That is
not fun
also
for me.
essential. Because that is also essential because for keeping someone in path, there is times when you have to choose a way in which, if it is not the straight way, you have to bend your finger. Simple as that. So you have to do school or try to bring him back to the practice.
Yeah. So we did it really fine and it was fun. I missed the badge actually. So hoping for more badges like yours. And it was a really nice time with you all actually. And you are really attentive. You are one of the attentive people. Okay. And anyhow.
Thank you.
So thank you so much, Rick, for joining. Okay. So keep in touch, whatever happens. Okay.
Yeah, I will be.
And
If any class you need to repeat all this, just let me know. I will be in the class to help other students.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay. And I'm already missing you, dude. Okay, bye bye. Have a nice time.
No, we'll
Bye,
be in
bye.
touch. You don't
Yeah, I
need to
know.
miss. I will disturb you again.
I know. Okay, thank you, dude. Bye bye. Good night.
So, we got to know how Rick got band 7 in IELTS and how it was for him. I hope you found this video helpful and informative. If you did, don't forget to share it with your friends and other people who are preparing for IELTS. And take Rick as an inspiration. He wants to do much more. We should all do the same. We should go beyond, right? We shouldn't just settle anywhere, rather we should go beyond. So do that. If you find IELTS difficult, join our classes, we'll make it easier for you. And let's say you don't want IELTS, PT is an amazing option. We got classes for that as well. We got all the services that I mentioned over here. If you want to join our classes or get any of our services, you can contact us. You can WhatsApp me on this number. You can find all the links down below, registration links, the links of the channels and literally everything. If you got doubts, any doubts at all, comment down below. Don't hesitate. Okay, and if you want direct contact with us, you can just ring us without any worries. So thank you again for watching this video. See you later, and I'll be back again with Rick talking about his visa. He's going to some place on 27th of this month. He's gonna fly. So, tada, bye bye. Till then, take care. All the best for your IELTS.